Atomic Habits. In Atomic Habits, James Clear says that focusing on small habits is better than big goals. For example, if you want to get fit, it's better to eat a bit healthier, exercise regularly, and sleep well every day. Instead of aiming for big changes, focus on small, daily improvements. The book says that your life improves when your habits do. Even tiny habits like atoms can add up to big changes over time. The fundamentals, why tiny changes, make a big difference. What are habits? Habits are small things we do every day without thinking much about them. They're powerful because they shape who we are. So even small actions, when done regularly, can have a big impact. It takes time to see positive changes, but good habits keep you moving in the right direction, even if you don't notice right away. You don't need to make big changes to improve your life. Small changes to your habits can make a difference. Challenges in building good habits. Building healthy habits is important, but bad habits can also pile up over time. For example, procrastinating today might not seem like a big deal, but if you keep doing it every day, it can lead to big problems. Success comes from what you do every day, not from one-time changes. You might not see immediate results from your habits because they take time to show up. Sometimes it feels like your habits aren't making a difference until you reach a point where things start to get better. This point is like a hidden level of potential. Because habits don't give us instant rewards, we might feel like giving up. But if you keep going, eventually you'll break through and see the benefits. Building habits takes time and patience, so it's important to keep believing in yourself. Focus on systems, not goals. Focus on systems, not goals. Goals are what you want to achieve, while systems are the steps you take to reach those goals. It's important to concentrate on the systems. If you do that, you'll likely achieve your goal without having to worry about it too much. Here are a few reasons why systems are more important than goals. Both winners and losers often have the same goals. Just wanting something isn't enough to succeed. It's the systems winners use that really make the difference. Achieving a goal might not make you as happy as you think. Sometimes reaching a goal doesn't bring the happiness we expect, and if we fail to reach a goal, we can feel even worse. Goals don't always lead to long-term progress, but good systems do. If you struggle to change your habits, it's probably not your fault. It's likely because your system isn't working for you. So, habit loops. How habits work. Habits are like a cycle that reinforces itself. When you do a habit and get a reward, it makes you want to do it again. You can use this to your advantage when you want to change your behavior. Here's how habits form. 1. Cue. Something triggers your brain to start a behavior because it expects a reward. 2. Craving. After getting the reward a few times, you start to want it more. It's not the habit itself you crave, but the good feeling it brings. 3. Action. This behavior becomes a part of who you are, something you do automatically. 4. Reward. Doing the habit gives you long-term benefits. For example, let's look at the habit loop of drinking morning coffee. Cue. Waking up, craving, wanting to feel alert. Action. Drinking coffee, reward, feeling more awake. These 4 steps create a loop in your brain that makes habits automatic. The more you practice this loop with a habit, the more it becomes second nature. Clear gives 4 laws to help you start building these habit loops. First law, make it obvious. Using habit loops to build good habits. If you want to build good habits, you need to make the cues obvious. For bad habits, you should make the cues invisible or remove them. For example, let's say you want to get better at playing the guitar. You can make it an obvious cue by putting the guitar where you can see it easily, like in the living room. Another way to create new cues is by using habit stacking. This means doing habits one after the other. Your brain is good at forming connections between habits, so you can use this to your advantage. For instance, you could put on workout clothes right after taking off your work shoes, or meditate for a minute after making your morning coffee. This way, you're tying a new habit to one you already do regularly. Creating positive habits. You can use certain triggers to create habits. Change your surroundings to encourage better habits. Make cues obvious, like leaving healthy snacks out where you can see them. Use implementation intentions, which are clear plans about when and where you'll do your new habit. Instead of vague goals, have a specific plan. Build temptation by linking habits you want to form with something enjoyable. For example, watch your favorite show while exercising. Make the habit easy to start. Use the 2-minute rule. Commit to just 2 minutes of the activity. This makes it feel manageable and helps you get started. Choose habits that give you immediate satisfaction, even if the rewards are delayed. Attach something enjoyable to habits you're working on. Maintaining your habits. Ways to stick to your habits. Option 1. Habit tracker. Keep track of your habits using a calendar or diary. Each day, mark off when you stick to your good habit. Tracking your habits can be a satisfying habit itself and helps you stay on track. Option 2. Contract. Create a habit. Contract with consequences if you don't stick to your habit. Involve others if possible, as knowing someone is watching can motivate you to keep going. Second law, make it attractive. To make a habit attractive, you need regular positive feedback. One way to do this is through temptation bundling, where you combine unenjoyable activities with things you love, like watching TV while exercising. This makes the behavior more attractive because you get to do something you enjoy at the same time. Another way is to join a culture where your desired behavior is common. For instance, if you want to read more, join a book club. Being part of the club keeps you accountable and makes reading more enjoyable. Likewise, if you're trying to break bad habits, surround yourself with people who don't endorse those habits. Avoid spending time with those who engage in the habits you're trying to quit. Third law, make it easy. Many believe that motivation is the key to changing habits. If we want it badly enough, we'll change. But it's a bit more complex than that. Humans tend to choose the easiest option, following the law of least effort. You can use this to your advantage by creating an environment where the right thing is easy. Reduce friction for positive behaviors. For example, if you want to get fit, join a gym on your way to work and prep your gym bag the night before. For unhealthy habits, increase friction. If you want to watch less TV, only turn it on if you know exactly what you want to watch. This makes it harder to mindlessly flip through channels. Fourth law, make it satisfying. Starting new habits can be tough because they often don't bring instant rewards. We might feel like we're sacrificing without seeing any benefits right away. For example, going to the gym regularly might not change our appearance immediately. It takes time to see results. To help new habits stick, find ways to reward yourself right away. If the reward is long-term, set up a loyalty system for yourself. For instance, if you want to quit drinking alcohol, reward yourself by transferring money to a holiday fund each week you go without alcohol. This way, you're immediately rewarding yourself for sticking to your new habit. Advanced strategies, the 3 layers of behavior change. Understanding behavior change, the 3 layers. To change our behavior, Clear explains the 3 layers: outcomes, processes, and identity. Outcomes are the results we want, processes are how we get there, and identity is what we believe about ourselves. When we want to improve, we usually start by thinking about the outcome we want and then the steps to get there. But changing habits is hard if we don't also change our underlying beliefs or identity. You might start a habit because you're motivated, but it won't stick unless it becomes part of who you are. Every action you take shows the kind of person you want to become. Changing beliefs takes time, but small wins and habits help prove your new identity to yourself. Here's a simple way to change. 1. Be the person you want to be. 2. Prove it to yourself with small wins and habits. Final summary. Atomic Habits challenges the idea that setting many goals leads to success. Instead, James Clear suggests focusing on building systems to develop habits, increasing your chances of success. The simplest system is getting 1% better each day.
Like this video and subscribe this channel for more amazing videos.